Harjo, Magister Pendidikan. The second jury, Mr. Johan Supangkat, Sarjana Pendidikan, Magister Manajemen. And the last third jury, Mr. Muhammad Rudi, Magister Pendidikan. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the team here who will present their arguments for and against this motion. On my left, my side, we have affirmative team from Senior High School 1, Liwa. And on my right side, we have outside team from Senior High School number 3, Kotabumi. The rules set today are equal to the rules.
Judges, the audiences, and the opposite team. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Marsinta Liman Liwani Borutampun as the first speaker of this affirmative house. And this is my teammate, Veronica Elra Santosa as the second speaker, Intan India Cahyadi as the third speaker, and the reply speaker is the second speaker also. This house believes that students should have the freedom to choose their own subject because as a flexible way for teacher and student in the high school to improving their own skill specifically and deeper. For example, in the independent curriculum.
I will take my POI. First, I will delivering the argument that you said that it would make them not choosing the wrong career, but in fact it would make them choosing the wrong career because they would not know what the other subject would make them do. So if they're only take one subject,
time is up. Please stop.
Our second opinion is focusing on the essential materials.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much for the master of ceremony for greeting us, Venerable the judges, Venerable the timekeeper, Venerable the audience who come here today, and for sure, Venerable the affirmative house. Ladies and gentlemen, before I go to my argument, I want to rebuttal the argument from the first speaker that said this motion is first developing skill of every student. So they may be developing their own skill, but they don't know their potential in another subject. They don't know anything else in another subject. Thank you. And second, you said that choosing only one subject. Okay, choosing only one subject, they don't know anything else in another subject. So this statement they don't know their real potential. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Aminah Perkasa as a first speaker from opposite house will deliver this motion from several argument and psychology perspective, and the second speaker from the opposite house, Nejat, will deliver this argument by several argument and will talk about this motion from the psychology perspective and the social perspective, and the third speaker from the opposite house will give the support and the conclusion from first and second speaker argument.
Good afternoon to the honorable judges, the audiences, and the opposite house. Firstly, before I begin my debate, I will separate my debate into two sections. The first one, I will rebuttal the opposite house, and then I will tell you our arguments. Okay, so the first speaker of the opposite house said that they don't know their own subject to choose or don't know their real potential. As the affirmation house, we have said earlier in the beginning that the independent curriculum is the curriculum that makes the student in the 10th grade learn everything, the basic lessons like mathematics.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Adjudicator, the Honorable Timekeeper, the Honorable Master of Ceremony, and all of the affirmative team, and also the audience. First, I will state my argument, but before that, I will rebuttal on what the second speaker of affirmative has said. First, they were saying in the curriculum Merdeka, they have freedom to choose the subject. But in fact, we also learn another subject, learn 40 subject in the curriculum Merdeka. This opinion of the second speaker of affirmative proven that we also need to choose and to learn another subject and not choosing on some specific subject. Second, that the affirmative second speaker has said that student have been forced to choose to learn subject that they don't like, but in fact it was necessary for them to choose another subject and learning another subject even if they are forced, because first, we in this life are not facing only one problem, which facing another problem that are not only one skill have the exposure and have the ability to maintaining it. So we as the opposite house are disagree about the students should have choosing their subject, because we are not only, as my first speaker said, are not only gonna facing one problem, so we need to choose.
Okay, you have 7 minutes to present your case.
Good afternoon to the honorable judges, the audience, and the opposite house. So, this house believes that students should have the freedom to choose their own subject in high school. As a flexible way to teacher and student in high school to improve their own skills, especially and deeper, for example, in the independent curriculum. So, before I restart our argument, I'm gonna rebuttal the opposite house first.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I'm the third speaker from the opposite team. I want to support my arguments by my team, by my first and second speaker. So based on my point of view, based on my first speaker's view, he said that the first point is this: the student didn't explore the other subject. What we mean about the student didn't explore the other subject is when they already choose what their favorite, what they like, they didn't even focus with the other things. So they could only focus with the only things. For example, I like sport, but I didn't like math. So I just focus on my sport things. I didn't focus on my math.